Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Friday, July 1st. And you can see we got some clouds out there. We've had some really good showers overnight. Many areas picking up anywhere from around 1/1500ths of an inch up to a half inch. Less as you get down towards the southern border and up well to the north. But right in the areas that really needed it, we certainly got a decent rainfall. Not nearly enough, but certainly better than nothing. And if we look at the headline for the week, the heat's going to be coming next week, especially once we get into midweek. We're going to warm up into the upper 70s to low 80s with lots of sunshine here over the holiday weekend. So I don't expect any rain once we get this rain here this morning pushed out of the area. Look for a lot of sunshine to develop later this afternoon, right on through the weekend with highs again in the upper 70s to low 80s. And then the heat comes in a little bit on Tuesday with highs in the mid 80s. And then beginning Wednesday on, the humidity also will increase with temperatures around 85 to 90, and by next Friday, Saturday, we could be in the 90s. So we certainly have some really warm weather coming up here over the next week or so. If we look at the current conditions around MAC, you can see temperatures mainly in the low to mid 60s, and you can see some of the areas about a third of an inch at Newaygo, about 2/10 at Breckenridge and Middleton, a half inch at Henderson. So some pretty good rain out there. It's since moved off to the eastern areas where they're getting the rain now. And if we look at the state, you can see temperatures mainly in the upper 50s to low 60s across the region. And that cold front, you can see with the winds out of the northwest, that'll bring in that drier air along with some sunshine here later this morning. If we look at the normals for the day, our normal high is 82, the normal low is 57. And you can see we actually recorded 7/10 of an inch of snow back in 1922. My guess is it may have been more in the way of hail that accumulated, but we'll let them have the snow. I can see our high yesterday was 82. We had a low of 53. No precipitation yesterday, but we've had 21/100ths of an inch since midnight, and we had 2/10 of evapotranspiration. So the first time in a long time, we actually gained just a tad bit on the moisture. If we look at the soil conditions again across the area, very dry at the upper levels too, but you're going to see these numbers fall quite a bit today with that rain that we've had. So probably within the next few hours, we'll start to see those sensors really pick up on that rain once it settles down to the 2-inch level. If we look at the deficit of rainfall as we ended the month of June, you can see St. Thomas only picked up 38% of their normal rainfall, but look at Breckenridge, only 13% of what we would expect for a normal June rainfall, 16 at Lansing, 32 at Middleton, and you can see some of the southern areas picking up about 3/4 to 8/10 or 80% of what they would normally get. So not too bad down in that area, but certainly dry across much of the area. If we look at the satellite view, you can see the showers and thunder showers with the colder cloud tops that move through the area and now is off to the eastern part of the state. And again, it'll continue to shift off to the east as high pressure moves in here over the weekend. On radar, you can see this is a little bit on the old side, but certainly we had this precipitation now well off to the east of the area. You can see it was a pretty solid band of rain, especially across central and south central lower Michigan, where most of the rainfall did occur. If we look at the weather map this morning, you can see low pressure system with that cold front moving through the eastern lakes, and it'll continue well off to the east. It's going to settle down into the Ohio Valley. There were some indications that we could see some rain return this week as this tried to move north as we got into early and middle part of next week. That looks like it's not going to be the case. This front should stay well off to their south until we get to the end of the week. Then we'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms by the end of next week. So it's going to be dry for about 6 or 7 more days after this rainfall this morning. If we look at tomorrow's forecast map, that front well off to our south, this is going to be the focal point of some very heavy rains here over the next 5 days across the areas from the southern plains into the Ohio and Tennessee valleys into the mid-Atlantic states. By Sunday morning, you can see that area of significant rainfall remains well off to our south, and that's where we expect it to stay. We'll be high and dry here again on Sunday and Monday, so if you've got any outdoor plans, you shouldn't even need your umbrellas. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend across the state. And again, over the next 7 days, you can see the focus of where the heaviest rainfall is. This area of precipitation, these models came out during the early morning hours, and this represents some of the rainfall that we got this morning and the chance of as we get in towards next Thursday or Friday, we could see a system come in from the west, and that'll be our next best chance of precipitation. As far as temperatures, we're going to heat up quite a bit next week. You can see the GFS. This is for really next Friday and Saturday. The days are pretty similar with the GFS showing a lot of temperatures around or in the low 90s. And if we look at the Europeans' depiction of where the hottest temperatures might be, they put a lot of low to mid 90s across much of the Saginaw Valley, not only for Saturday, but as well Friday as well. So it's going to be a very hot pattern. Again, lots of mid 80s to around 90 once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Thanks for stopping by and have a great day, a great weekend, and 73s to all.